Alright, so here's the problem here. We delivered our load this morning. And it was that rock truck we had in the last video. Now we got this Jeep here. We have two trailers, right? I mean, even this little Jeep here has its own license plate. But it makes it impossible to back in anywhere. You know, these short little trailers here, they're tough to back in even without a trailer attached to the back of them. But you have this trailer here and they just want to go all over the place. So the place where I delivered, they really had no way of decking this little trailer on top of this big trailer. So what I want to show you guys is how to make this whole setup one big long trailer. First thing we do is we dump the airbags on this trailer. And then we got to start this thing up here. This engine here. Turn on the gas. Hit the choke. Fires right up. You like that? And then what we do is we lift it up here to release it. Alright. And we drop it right to the ground here. I got my forehead camera on here. Hopefully you guys are picking all this up. I drop this trailer right to the ground. And you see how that's getting closer? You see how that Jeep's getting closer to the trailer here? Alright. Alright, now the trailer's on the ground. Now what we gotta do is we gotta chain up this axle here. Otherwise, it's just gonna stay on the ground. So we gotta chain that up so it comes up with us. Alright? We put this chain on here, like that, like so. And they're all hooked up into those hangers there. And then what we do, you see we got these D-rings here, right? Then we take this end here. Throw that over there, like that. Okay. It's all gonna come together here. Watch and learn. Watch and learn here. Alright. Then we climb up on top. Careful up here. You don't want to fall and break your leg. Alright. Bring all this slack up here. You don't want this slack hanging down there. And you keep enough chain down below there so you can hook it onto the other D-ring there. I'm sure by now many of you have already figured out what we're doing here. Hook this chain in here into this D-ring here, like so. Okay. And what we got here is we got a ratchet binder on the other side here. I'll have to walk around and get it. Right there. There it is. You got to make sure these things are oiled up. Otherwise they just get all full of sand and mud and just dirt and debris. You keep an oil can ready, and when you're at the yard you fill it up with oil. I like to use gear oil on these. Gear oil seems to have more lasting power. Like, I mean, rear end oil, you know, like differential oil and stuff like that. Whenever they get a truck they're going to take off the road, they take the gear oil out of the differential, and they put that into a barrel, and then we can put it in our oil cans and use it. I need you guys to see that's what I'm doing here. And then we use that gear oil for, you know, stuff like this here, eh? Tighten this up here, and you suck that up until the Jeep is off the ground here, or at least tight to the gooseneck there. You know what, I didn't get enough links on that chain. See how nicely that, you guys see how nicely this chain binder works when it's got oil on it? Oily binders or happy binders? There. Take that off of there. Pull that tight. Pull this one tight. Get as many links as you can. And we'll try this again. We're in Canada right now. We're in Canada right now, and but if you're in the States, this combination might not be entirely legal. Canada is perfectly fine, right? Oh, she's getting tight now here. And we got the airbags dumped in the Jeep, and we got the trailer deck on the ground. And we got the axle chained up so that when we lift the trailer, oh, it's good and tight there now. I'm gonna make sure this chain doesn't dangle on you going down the road here. I'm gonna put a bungee cord on that in a minute. Then all we do, wait till you guys see this. This is absolutely amazing. Now we're going to lift this trailer bed off the ground again, and this Jeep will come up with it. You guys see that? Jeep's coming up with it. Grab a few holes. You guys can see the teeth in there. And this bar works that locking mechanism. And watch what happens there. It drops into that. You guys see how the Jeep is off the ground here now? That's pretty neat, right? Now we don't have to deck this Jeep. We got a 1/2 inch chain holding it up. That's good enough. And we got those 1/2 inch chains holding the axle up off the ground. So now what will happen here is this whole unit has now become one trailer, and it'll all pivot on that tractor 5th wheel there over my drives. Pretty cool, eh? Like I said, if you're in the States, you might need like a length permit to run like this, but we're in Canada now. I think if I was in the States, I'd definitely deck it, but this will get me to where I need to go to pick up my reload. I won't have to deck the Jeep, undeck the Jeep. Everything just stays nicely hooked together. All right, off we go to our reload. Drop that down into that tooth, those teeth there. You see how that works? We're still nicely off the ground here. We could actually go up one more hole, or one more slot there in the height adjustment there, and that'll get our Jeep off the ground even more. But I'll show you guys a problem with that. Is up front here. You see this here, when you go to turn, You got to make sure that's going to clear your fenders. And right now it may look like it will, but if you make a turn into a parking lot and the parking lot has a sloped driveway, this will actually turn down into your fender. And you can kiss your fender goodbye because it's on too much of an angle. So what we got to do is we got to lift this up again, pull this handle, slot right there. Now she's going to rest right there. We're still about 10 inches off the ground, which is plenty. And you see what we did here? We got a much better height here for clearing this fender. Right? That's pretty cool, right? Just another trick of the trade. Thanks for watching.